People who truly love cats are often misunderstood. They're called distant, quiet, or overly independent. Some say they prefer animals because they don't like people, but psychology tells a very different story, one that's deeper, more emotional, and far more human than most realize. If you've ever felt a strong bond with a cat, this video isn't just about them. It's about you. Because loving a cat isn't random. It reflects how you think, how you feel, how you connect, and how you move through the world. Cats don't demand love the way dogs do. They don't rush to please. They don't offer blind loyalty. Their affection is subtle, earned, and deeply intentional. And the people who are drawn to cats tend to share those same qualities, often without realizing it. Psychologists note that people who love cats are usually highly observant. They notice small changes, a shift in body language, a quiet mood, a subtle cue others would miss. Loving a cat trains the brain to pay attention to the unsaid, to read between the lines, to listen without words. Cat lovers understand that silence doesn't mean absence. It means trust. When a cat chooses to sit near you, not on you, not demanding attention, it's saying, "I feel safe here." People who appreciate that kind of connection often value emotional safety over emotional noise. One of the strongest psychological traits of true cat lovers is respect for boundaries. Cats don't tolerate forced affection. You can't rush them. You can't control them. And people who truly love cats don't try to. They wait. They allow. They understand that love isn't about possession. It's about permission. This respect for autonomy often extends to how cat lovers treat other people. They don't push. They don't overwhelm. They understand that closeness feels different to everyone, and they value consent, not just physically, but emotionally. Research also suggests that cat lovers are highly empathetic, even if they don't always show it loudly. They feel deeply, but privately. They sense emotional shifts in others and respond gently rather than dramatically. Just as cats communicate quietly, cat lovers tend to care quietly, but intensely. There's also a strong link between loving cats and emotional resilience. Cats don't offer constant reassurance. They don't mirror your feelings. Sometimes they walk away. Loving a cat means learning not to take distance personally. It teaches emotional regulation, patience, self-soothing. People who love cats are often comfortable being alone, not because they're lonely, but because they're secure. They don't fear silence. They don't need constant validation. They can sit with their thoughts, just as a cat sits calmly in a sunbeam, fully present. Psychologists describe cat lovers as people who appreciate authenticity. Cats are never fake. They don't pretend to like you. If they show affection, it's real. And people who value that honesty often seek genuine connections over superficial ones. This is why cat lovers are often selective with relationships. They don't need many. They need meaningful. They'd rather have one deep bond than dozens of shallow interactions. Just like a cat, they choose carefully who they give their trust to. Another hidden trait is emotional intelligence. Loving a cat requires understanding moods without direct communication. Is this a moment for closeness or space? Play or quiet? Cat lovers learn to adapt, not force. That skill translates powerfully into human relationships. Studies have shown that cat lovers often score higher in creativity and openness. Cats live on their own terms. They don't follow rules just because they exist. People who admire that independence often think outside the box themselves. They question norms. They value freedom. There's also a misconception that cat lovers are cold or detached. In reality, many are deeply sensitive. They simply protect their emotions. Cats don't expose vulnerability easily, and neither do the people who love them. But once trust is earned, the bond is profound. People who love cats are often highly loyal, not loudly, but consistently. They show up, they remember, they stay. They don't need to prove their love constantly because it's steady, not performative. Psychologically, cat lovers are comfortable with complexity. Cats can be affectionate one moment and distant the next. Loving them means accepting contradictions. This makes cat lovers more tolerant of emotional nuance in people. They don't demand perfection. They allow change. There's also a strong connection between cat lovers and introspection. Cats spend hours quietly observing the world. People drawn to them often do the same. They reflect. They analyze. They grow internally, even when it's invisible to others. Many therapists note that people who love cats tend to have a strong inner world, rich thoughts, deep emotions, a vivid imagination. They may not always express it outwardly, but it's always there. Loving a cat also requires letting go of control. You can't command affection. You can't schedule it. This teaches humility, acceptance, and emotional maturity. Cat lovers learn that love isn't something you take, it's something you're given. This is why cat lovers often struggle in environments that demand constant performance or forced positivity. They value authenticity over appearances, depth over noise, meaning over attention. There's a quiet courage in loving a creature that doesn't always love you back on demand. It teaches self-worth that isn't dependent on approval. That's a powerful psychological trait. Cat lovers are also often protectors. They notice vulnerability. They advocate quietly. They care deeply about those who can't speak for themselves. This empathy often extends beyond animals to people, causes, and values. Many cat lovers report feeling more emotionally regulated around cats. The slow movements, the calm presence, the non-judgmental companionship. Psychologists recognize this as a grounding effect, similar to mindfulness. Cats don't rush you, they don't interrupt your thoughts, they simply exist with you. And people who love that presence often crave peace in a chaotic world. There's also a healing element. Many people who've experienced emotional neglect or inconsistency find comfort in cats. Not because cats replace people, but because they offer connection without pressure. A cat doesn't demand explanations. It doesn't ask you to perform happiness. It allows you to be exactly where you are emotionally. That acceptance is deeply therapeutic. People who truly love cats often understand love as something that grows slowly, something built over time, something quiet but unbreakable. Not fireworks, but embers that last. They don't confuse attention with affection, or noise with connection. They know that the deepest bonds are often the calmest. Perhaps because cats rely on humans who respect them, not dominate them. Cat lovers tend to form relationships based on mutual respect rather than hierarchy, partnership rather than control. This applies to friendships, families, and romantic relationships. If you love cats, it doesn't mean you love people less. It means you love deeply, selectively, and honestly. It means you understand that love doesn't need to be loud to be real. It means you recognize that trust is earned, not demanded. It means you respect boundaries, your own and others. It means you value presence over performance. And perhaps most importantly, it means you understand that the quietest forms of love are often the strongest. So the next time someone dismisses cat lovers as distant or strange, remember this. Loving a cat reflects patience, empathy, emotional intelligence, independence, and depth. It reflects a person who knows how to sit with silence, how to wait, how to listen, how to love without control. And that kind of psychology isn't just rare, it's powerful. If this video resonated with you, like it so others who love cats can find it too. Subscribe for deeper insights into the emotional world of cats and the people who love them. And comment below. What do you think loving cats says about you? Because sometimes the animals we choose don't just reflect our hearts. They reveal them.